Last month, the New York Comic-Con smashed into the Big Apple, and millionaire Playboy was on the scene to check out the designer toys, all the exclusives, and of course, the comic books. At twice the size of last year's con, this was definitely a convention not to be missed.
We are at the Marvel booth. There's a lot of excitement about Iron Man this year. Obviously, everyone's really stoked for the movie. We got to see a little bit of the video game, which looks fantastic. Marvel, obviously, scroll time around here. A lot of hype about Secret Invasion. That's definitely going to be the big thing this summer. We also have the New Gen series, which is going to be a limited run, 6-issue series that we're going to tie in with video game stuff down the road too. So Marvel's got a lot happening, as you can see here. In addition to Iron Man, we've got Incredible Hulk, which is going to be another huge summer blockbuster. So, Jeff, the millionaire Playboy, thanks for coming to the con.
Freebies are always a big draw at Comic-Con. All this excitement's over an Iron Man action figure. Sadly, I didn't score one. Check out this sweet, ginormous Captain America chalk drawing I was on the ground. Amazing. There are lots of video game companies with preview booths set up. Check out this Metal Gear Solid 4 online frag match. Comic book creators were on hand left and right for signings, drawings, sketches, autographs. It was a veritable geek fest. Awesome. G4 drove this customized mobile home right into the show. There were computers, video games, TV screens all over this thing. Frag matches every day with prizes. It was crazy, I tell you. Every time you turned around, you saw another celebrity. Look, it's Lou Ferrigno! No convention would be complete without cosplay characters, and let me tell you, they took their craft seriously. One time I took Obi-Wan's picture, said, "Nice costume?" He said, "It's not a costume." Nice. Sharpen your elbows and head for the long boxes. This is where all the gems are found, ladies and gentlemen. Dig with care.
I'm here from MillionairePlayboy.com. This is the vinyl aisle. Definitely the most popular area of the show. At least the most crowded. Yes. Check it out.
The designer toy aisle was booming with excitement, and the buzz could be felt all over the con. Companies like ESC Toys, My Plastic Art, Toy Tokyo, and Momoko all were on hand with exclusives and a signing schedule with different artists. It was so rad to meet these artists that I admire so much. Speaking of signings, I picked up ESC Toys Super Coin-Op Brothers at the show, took it around to different artists and had them make their mark on it. It was so awesome to take a second and chat with the people as they did their sketches on my toy. It's definitely one of the prized possessions of my collection and a great memoir of this con. The people who signed it are Toki Doki, Sket1, Kathy Olivius, Nathan J, Andrew Bell, Eric Scarecrow, Brant Peters, Shawnimals, Mad, Steph Baum, Manny Gallahan, Stan Fout, Joe Spada, and Jared Deal. Thanks so much to all the artists that took a second out of their time to sign it. New York Comic Con is definitely the place to be on the East Coast if you're looking for exclusive vinyl. Every company had something to show off, and it was hard not to walk away with an empty wallet. To name a few, Mad had the first model in a few years with the black guard. There were hand-painted Vivisect sets. Jeremy Fish had a Blackberry the Beaver debuted. Shawnimals had 2 exclusive pocket pour colorways, a mini Gobi, a new Bud of the Month, and some Kaiju thrown in for good measure. ESC Toys debuted their old school Kaiju line, and it's looking great. I'm anxious to see where the line heads from here. Plus, they also had a blue Dookie Poo vinyl. Between all these exclusives, one-of-a-kinds, artists on hand, plus the regular toys, it was vinyl heaven. Artist Alley is where the rubber hits the road, and artists set up their own booths to display their awesome talents and hopefully get discovered. Then they can move on up to DC and have their own panel where people stand in line and get their autograph or a sketch. DC was booming with big news of a huge crossover this summer, and the Watchmen movie's looking like it's going to be rad. The New York City Jedi Academy was on hand for panels and demonstrations.
Who wants this one? Who thinks it's more fun to be good or evil? That would be me.
They also had training sessions where you could go in and be trained how to fight with a lightsaber by their own masters. It was pretty cool, and it had a good turnout. These people take themselves seriously, ladies and gentlemen. When they're in costume, they are Jedis. Overall, New York Comic Con was a great show. So much fun to meet the artists, get some exclusives, and the after parties we barely remember. We'll definitely be back next year. None of this could have been possible without our gracious sponsors, Fun One Designer Toys, Kaiju Big Battle, and FreeBeno.com. Thanks for checking out our podcast.
Let's go check.